Hello everybody, this is Michael again, KE4EST on Satellite Guys, and I thought I'd do a little quick review here on the Nano HD, which should be available this week. So maybe by the end of the week you can be able to order one of these if you want one. So what I'm going to do is I'm not really going to get into great details. I'm just going to do a really quick overview here. It's a really quick one. So let's get into it. I got the menu up here. And the first thing is service. It's calling it service. Now another thing too is the firmware is going to be updated and changed from this version here, so I'm not sure exactly what's going to be different. If anything's going to be labeled differently or what's going on with that. But I know when they start shipping out, they're going to have a different firmware version. So anyway, this is the service here, and this is where you go in and you change your favorite lists and all that stuff. And services is like channels. So if you go where it says organizing services, you go in there and change your things about or it be organizing your channels. You go in channel scanning, you want to change them around, you want to look at stuff. So that's pretty much what that's for there. Now we're going to go down here to installation menu. Everybody wants to see that. And then I'm just using the up and down buttons on the remote, and go hit the right arrow, satellite information. We go to it. You can see here I'm on 125 KU on AMC 21, and this is in your standard. You can see 12180 scanned in here is 12179, but your standard, everybody's familiar with this if you've messed with the free to air. On the 125, this has got your PBS channels on it. You can see what I got here, and you can see you can go down, set up your dissect switches and positioners for your motors. I don't have a motor on this particular dish, it's a fixed dish. And your 22 kilohertz and all that stuff. Okay, now let's go back. Let's see. Hit menu to go back. It's got a fast satellite scan. I think that's where it goes, scans all the satellites. There's an auto installation. I've not really messed with that a whole lot. I tried it one time, and it supposedly goes and figures out what kind of dissect switch you got and all that, but I didn't get it to work exactly right. We don't really have a satellite guide here in North America on that many channels, but there's that. Preferences. Everybody's familiar with preferences. You set your language and your time settings and all that stuff. And also, of course, if you're gonna go in down here and set where'd it go? Your resolutions and all that stuff. I didn't change anything. What are you saving? Okay, and then we come down here to system. That just gives your system information and your settings and all that stuff. You can upgrade your firmware, and you can do that a couple different ways. It's through USB game, and you can go into that. Conditional access, we don't have that really here in the United States, so we're not going to fit with that. And USB, this goes and look at your file list. Like I've got a 1 terabyte hard drive hooked up here, and we can well, I'm doing that wrong there, but it does work. Let me show you. Go back here. I'll show you in just a second. You can do a speed test on USB and all that stuff, or you can disconnect your USB drive so you can safely unplug it from the receiver. Go down to internet here, and it's got a couple of things where you can upgrade the FTP, and it's got a couple of things like weather forecast and things like that. It's even got a YouTube thing here. It works because I do have a Ethernet cable hooked up. But there's on that. I'm trying to talk too fast. I hope you understand me okay. But let's go back out. Okay, watching TV here, of course. This time of day, cartoons are on PBS. If you go down and hit the folder button on your menu, that's going to show you the shows you've got recorded. Now, of course, these here, where it says like Daniel Tiger, that's a Daniel Tiger neighborhood cartoon recorded for the kids. That I went in and edited that. Obviously, you see it says rename. I didn't. It didn't save that way. It would have said PBS West or East or whatever. But you can see, you can go down and pick the show and say you want to play it, and there you go. You can start watching the show. And stop on the remote, and let's get back to live TV here. So there's a quick rundown of the menu setup and how it looks there. So I'll do another video here in a little bit, and we'll go into blind scanning so you can see how the blind scan works.